Ángela Aguilar is on top of the world. At just 19 years old, she's followed by millions of fans on social media. She's headlining a major tour with her famous ranchera family and even finds time to grow her brand, which includes her own doll.
Yeah, I think you needed a reminder if my doll with the Mexican flag and my brownness didn't tell you I'm very Mexican. And what's really, really cool, I think, in general, is that just I see more younger girls feeling represented. And I think that me as a Mexican-American, as a woman, as a girl in this industry that's predominantly male, and in this specifically Mexican music, it's mostly men. It's amazing to be that woman, to be like, hey, like, I'm here, and this is my doll, and these are my dresses, and this is Mexico, and this is my tradition, and this is my horse, and this is my family, and like, welcome to the show, because it's gonna be a cool ride.
Nominee for 3 Grammy Awards, headlining her first tour, and you're 16 years old. I don't believe it.
I'm 16.
It's not possible.
Sometimes I believe that I'm like a 50-year-old woman, but I'm deep down, I'm 16.
All right, this is, now there are many ways to say this. The most American, possibly Caucasian way I could say it, here's Angela Aguilar.
Yeah.
But the other way that you said it's so much prettier.
Ángela Aguilar.
Wow. There you go.
Like with H's
there
instead of G's. I don't know.
Is it in the blood?
I hope so, because it's gonna be me by myself, but I think it's also a lot of my father's influence on me and the amount that he's taught me in the span of like 6 years.
And you tell me, this is something you probably were very familiar with, as a very young girl. Your father will walk out to an arena of 15,000 people.
Was this your idea?
It's like a collective idea, I wanted to sing, I wanted to be dressed like a princess, and I wanted to be able to be a part of my parents' shows and my dad's shows.
Some people would say, you are a part of ranchera royalty, and that can come with a lot of responsibility. How do you handle it?
One day at a time. No, it's just, I just try to handle it with the most respect I can, and I ask for help. And that's very important.
That's also uncharacteristic of an 18-year-old, just so you know that you need help.
I know, I'm not normal, but like, I ask for help. My dad, everything that I'm about to do, he's already done. And everywhere I'm about to play, he's already played. And every award that I've been nominated for, he's already won. Okay, there's a thing that my dad does.
Be honest.
Before,
I don't care.
Before the shows, and we're on our way from like the hotel or the house or something, on our way to the concert, and he's like, "I'm not your dad anymore. I'm Bebe Aguilar." And I'm like, "Okay," and that's how he treats us too. Like, of course, like as a dad, he'll be like, "What are you wearing? Is it too whatever? Like, are you?" And then when we're singing, like, that's it. He can't say anything about anything else. It's just, are you on key? Are you not on key? Are you whatever? And he has this thing on his microphone where he can talk to us without other people hearing it. So he'll like be telling us all these things while we're singing, and we have to like be so inspired. And my dad's like, careful when you do this, and watch out with the person that's on your left and whatever. And you just have to keep going, and that's what's so good about having that had like this button called a talkback, and only me and my musicians and my engineers could hear what he was saying. Like the public couldn't hear it. So I would be on stage and he would be like, you're off key. And then I would think about me being off key, and I would fix
while you're in the show?
While I'm in the show.
Those lessons now paying off in dividends. The family's latest creation, Jaripeo Sin Fronteras, on full display in stadiums across the country. This tour is something like I've never seen before. You're riding a horse.
Yeah.
In a lot of your performance.
Yeah.
Who came up with this idea?
My dad. He decided to do a horse show, and I don't think anybody like realizes how hard it is to do a horse show.
Oh, I think we all realize. I would never do this job on a horse, just so you know.
But not only because of the horse, because you need special permits.
Ángela describes her genre as Mexican music with new age contemporary flair. unmistakable flair woven into classics like La Llorona. Or her Grammy-nominated Allí Donde Me Ven. How do you respond to those people, first of all, that say, you're not as traditional as we would expect for this kind of music?
This is what speaks to my heart. And I'm not gonna go up on stage just to sell, or I'm not gonna go up on stage and sing a song just because it's what's expected of me. It's not gonna sound truthful. It's not gonna be from my heart, and you're not gonna get the best of me. I love Mexican traditions in general. So, but I'm also 18, and I like Alicia Keys, and I like Whitney Houston.
By pushing the boundaries of tradition.
Last year, with my album Primero Soy Mexicana, so after every show, he would write down on his notes what I did wrong, and right after my show, we would talk about it.
Wow.
And he would teach me how to do it differently.
And how did you feel about those notes? I mean, A, that's a very loving thing to do, but that's maybe a hard thing to be on the receiving end.
It was hard, you know, but at the end of the day, it's teaching me how to be a better singer, which is what I love to do. So I'm just grateful that I have someone in the industry telling me out of his love what I'm doing wrong.
You have sung on the Grammy stage before. What is that like?
Oh, it's amazing. It was, you know, I wasn't as nervous as my family was, and I didn't know they were nervous until the end. I sang at the Latin Grammy one, and I sang at the regular Grammys, and it was just a great experience. It's me being a Mexican American. I'm 16, so I'm not even a millennial. I'm like something else. I don't remember what I am, and it's just great to be able to show little kids that Mexico is cool, and it's okay to be bilingual, and it's okay, and it's something to make you proud of, and that your traditions make you. So I'm very excited.
All right, the tour will take place, as I mentioned, there you are, February 7th, Microsoft Theater at 8 p.m. Tickets at AXS.com. Angela, what a pleasure. Thanks so much. Come back, would you please?
Please.
Come and sing for us, okay?
Oh my God, whenever you guys want. Yeah.
Oh, like we'll book it right now. Nice to see you.
Do it.
Thanks so much. Thank you.
A dad that's a manager and a dad that's a singer, because he gets everything and he's been through everything that I've been doing. Recently, I had a show in Santa Barbara, and it was like huge, and it was like, oh, sold out and everything, and it was so good. And my dad was talking to me while I was singing, and he was like, say this, and then say this again, and then say this, and it was working. Like everything he was saying, it was working. And I was just like, yeah, this is why he has like 25 years of like experience.
That was fun.
This is great.
So that feels like a manager / dad thing as well, talking into her ear and kind of letting her know.
Yeah. I mean, it's a matter of trusting each other.
Yeah.
It's all about trust.
Yes, I feel like it's a voice from above too.
She can do with whatever she wants with that information.
Right.
But at least I have the means to tell her. And I didn't have that before when I was a young boy.
I didn't have it either a couple years ago. I would have needed it more than I need it now.
But you didn't. No, you were very young. You would have gone crazy. You had it like for 5 years. So before that, you weren't even listening. You were just playing. But right now, it's like now you're listening. So now I can teach you, for sure.
You are the youngest nominee this year at 15 years old. What does that mean to you?
Oh my gosh, it's such an immense honor, you know, especially in the category that I'm nominated in, Best Regional Mexican Album. Like, it's crazy to be nominated against my heroes, you know? So it's been really, really cool.
When you got the call, what was the first thing that went through your mind? You're like, wait a minute, not only am I nominated, but as you just mentioned, this is who's in my category? How did you feel?
Oh my God, I felt like super, super happy because I was nominated, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna lose. So like, but like, it was so cool, you know? I felt like I've never seen the Grammys and identified them with myself, and because I've always seen him with the Grammys. And now it's like my turn, I'm like, whoa.
Well, like you mentioned, I mean, your dad is a 4-time winner. What is the best advice that he has given you that has helped you in your career?
Just to always be happy and do things that make me happy. And when it's not making me happy anymore.
For Angela, that ride began back in 2003. Born in Los Angeles, ranchera music is in her blood. Her grandparents are Mexican-born actors and singers, Flor Silvestre and Antonio Aguilar. Her father and manager is singer-songwriter and producer Pepe Aguilar. His career as a ranchera singer spans more than 5 decades. He's won 4 Grammys, 5 Latin Grammys, and sold more than 12 million records worldwide. Early on, he began including his children in his performances.
I started around when I was like 3 years old on stage.
At 3 years old, Angela was enrolled in an opera conservatory, and by 8, she was recording her first album.
For all those parents out there that are going to watch this and say, at 8, you already had an album out. How does that even happen?
Because no one can see him, but I can hear him.
But she has to trust me because, and I cannot like misuse that trust.
Yeah.
So I will never do that because it's not about me, it's about her. It's about me serving her at that moment.
Yeah.
And the way I can serve her, the way I can really serve her is like if I don't listen to her ego or whatever she feels like at that moment as a famous persona.
Yeah.
And just focus on her artistic abilities and what's going on at that moment on stage, you know, and that's what I do. It's not like, oh, she's not listening to me, she's my daughter, she has to listen to me. No.
Yeah.
It's like,
Been there, done that.
I'm gonna tell her what I see.
So like, it's just like, Dad, what do I do?
And Dad's advice seems to be working because Angela's latest album is up for 2 Grammy nominations. It's filled with collaborations with some of her favorite artists and has 2 songs she wrote herself.
You get to choose who you want to be. And my dad chose, instead of, you know, drinking or parties or stuff like that, he chose his family and his music, you know. Being an artist is you're very alone when you're a singer because you sing for 15,000 people and then you come back to your hotel room and you're absolutely alone. And it's like that energy that you just received, like where are you going to put it? And he put it towards his family.
The bond between Angela and her father is evident in her performances and success.
Like my dad, what he would do is he would have like this microphone. It's for all of the arenas. You need to like bring in the dirt. We have hundreds of tons of dirt. Every single time we do a show, we have to bring in the dirt.
You have to find dirt.
Yeah.
To bring in.
To bring in. And then dirt is expensive. I think that there's dirt everywhere. It's a different type of dirt. It's just a huge show. There's more than 150 people that you can see. Plus everybody that's behind the scenes, like over 50 more.
Yeah.
So it's a huge show. And it's insane. It's like a Mexican circus. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, Vicente, que en paz descanse, Vicente Fernandez, he gave me a horse.
Don Vicente?
Don Vicente.
Don Vicente. Did you just talk about Chente?
Yeah.
Yes, the Vicente Fernandez, the king of rancheras, gave Angela this horse.
His name is Speedy because he's tiny and he's fast.
Oh my God.
Like Speedy.
I'm over it.
How proud are you of her?
Tremendously proud. She's an amazing performer. This is just the beginning. From both sides, like a parent and like a colleague.
Yeah.
I can definitely see tremendous things happening to her in this business.
Did you share a pre-Grammy ritual with her in order to get prepared for tonight?
Yeah, I think we've been talking about it for months, ever since she was nominated. You know, we've been talking about this night. I'm very happy that finally happened.
And Latinas are dominating right now in the music industry. How proud are you to be a part of that movement?
I'm so proud. You know, it's a great opportunity that I'm having at such a young age to be part of such a great movement, and a movement that is going to be a life changer for the next generations to come.
You are in very good company as
Very
well.
good company. Very good company.
Thank you.
Thank you so
guys
much.
so
Congratulations.
much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And Angela hopes she's opening doors for aspiring artists.
I grew up to be a powerful woman. I am a proud feminist, and I am also a woman that thinks that music should speak by itself. And I think that we need more diversity in this industry. I think we need more people in places of power that are more open. I think what's important is what we all feel, which is the music, and where, you know, what really, really is our heart and our soul.
all the time, and I'm sure he's excited. I certainly know he's a fantastic showman, but he's probably very calm, cool, and collected when he walks out.
Of course.
And did that like occur to you? Oh, that's the way to be.
Oh, 100%. I've been growing up on tours. Like, I started touring when I was 3 years old. I've started singing on his stages in front of thousands of people since I was 6. And my first album came out when I was 8. So, like, I've just been in his shadow, learning, observing him, and just sucking all the things that he's trying to teach me in.
Wow. And is it lessons by example, or do you think there's actual conversations? Hey, here's how you sing an up-tempo number. Here's how you do this.
Well, it's a lot of me just observing him, because I'm an observer, so I really like watching him and doing his craft and his art. But there's also the other span where it's like after every show, because I did a solo tour last
All right, everybody here on this desk but you is over 30. How are you more mature and poised than the rest of us? I don't get it.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. You know what? I'm not like this at school, but work is work, so you gotta,
Grown up for work. So your show is February 7th at the Microsoft Theater.
Exactly.
Talk to me about that show and how you'll feel as a
gosh.
16-year-old headlining your own show.
Oh my God, it's a dream come true, because I've always, pictured those big places with my father, and I'm just really humbled by the experience and by the opportunity.